guys, this is Teacher Anna once again. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be learning something different. I will bring you to the different grammar mistakes that we often commit, and we will learn how to correct them one by one. Okay, so stick around. Alright guys, in today's lesson I will be showing you one sentence, and let's see if you can identify the mistake in the sentence. After that, I'm going to explain a little bit about how the structure should be, and then we'll practice how to correct them. Okay, so I'm pretty excited. Alright guys, now let's have example number 1. I want you to spot the mistake in the sentence I'm going to show you, okay? And then I will count 1 to 3. After that, I'm going to talk about the mistake in the sentence, alright? Okay, were you able to spot the mistake? Yeah? Okay, the sentence is, if I will visit London, I will meet you. Notice in the sentence that the helping verb will is repeated. It comes in 2 clauses. The first one, if I will visit London, and the second one, I will meet you. This is practically wrong. You do not repeat the will form of the verb or the helping verb in the sentence. So what are we going to do? We will change the first clause with the word or the conjunction if into the simple present tense. So what's going to happen to the sentence now? It will become, if I visit London, I will meet you. I repeat, if I visit London, I will meet you. So notice in our sentence now, the word will is no longer repeated. The will is retained in the second clause, but removed in the first clause. So this means that with the use of if conditionals, we do not make the clause into the future form. Instead, after the conjunction if, or when, or after, or as soon as, we use the simple present tense of the verb, and then followed by the future tense of the verb in the second clause. Okay, once again, if I visit London, I will meet you. If I arrange a schedule to visit the church, I will tell you. So again, we do not repeat the helping verb in the sentence. Instead, we use the simple present tense for the if conditionals. Okay? Okay, moving on. Let's have number 2. I want you to spot the mistake in this sentence and try to figure out how you're going to make it right. Okay? Alright, here we go. The sentence is, Smith and me went to the mall. I repeat, Smith and me went to the mall. What do you think makes the sentence wrong? Do you have any idea? Okay, I want you to pay attention to the word me in the sentence, because that is what makes the sentence wrong. Me is a pronoun in the objective case, meaning it can only be used as an object in the sentence. Therefore, it cannot be used as a subject. In the sentence, the word me should be used as subject and not object. So what are we going to do now? What do you think is the subject form of the word me? Do you have any idea? Okay, let's try. So the sentence should be, Smith and I went to the mall. I repeat, Smith and I went to the mall. Now here's the tricky part. Some would say I and Smith went to the mall. That is another mistake. You do not place the pronoun I first when the subject is compound. Usually, or basically, the pronoun comes next after the first subject. Okay, or it comes next to the first subject. Alright, so in this sentence we have a compound subject. We have Smith and I. So for the normal position of a compound subject with the pronoun, the existence of the pronoun, we place the pronoun as second or next to the first subject. Okay, so again, the sentence should be Smith and I went to the mall. Anna and I are attending a meeting. Michelle and I want to go to a party. Alright? So again, we do not use me because it is the objective case pronoun. But we use I in place of me. Okay? Guys, are you learning? Alright, good. Good to hear that. Okay, now let's have number 3. I want you to spot the mistake. Figure out what do you think is wrong in this sentence. Okay? I'm going to count 3. Alright, so the sentence is, I did not saw him yesterday. I repeat, I did not saw him yesterday. What makes the sentence wrong? Do you have the slightest clue? Very good. Okay, so the word that makes it wrong there is the word saw, which is the main verb of the sentence. And I want you to pay attention to the word did, to the verb did. We know for a fact that did signifies that the tense of the verb is in the past. So in grammar, we do not double the past forms of the verb. When we use did, it's understood that we use the present tense of the main verb to complete the sentence. So what should be the sentence now? Okay, we say, I did not see him yesterday. I repeat, I did not see him yesterday. So in this structure, we can see that the word did is in the past form and it's paired up with the present form of the main verb. So there's no longer a redundancy, no repetition of the past tense. The correct form should be the past tense did plus the present tense of the main verb. Okay, I repeat. I did not see him yesterday. I did not talk to him last night. I did not open the door a while ago. Okay, so don't forget, no doubles in framing the past tense sentence. Okay, now let's have number 4. The rule when we use possession shared by 2 persons. Okay, I want you to pay attention to the sentence and try to figure out the mistake. Right, at the count of 3. Alright, there you go. Okay, the sentence is, it is Smith's and Peter's car. Again, who are the owners here? Who are the owners of the car? So they are Smith and Peter. But what do you think is wrong here? Can you spot the mistake in the sentence? Okay, I'm going to tell you the rule first. The rule says you use apostrophe only after the name of the second person. I repeat, you use apostrophe only after the name of the second person. Okay, so there are 2 names of persons here. We have Smith and Peter. And of course, the second person here is Peter. So what does the rule say? We use apostrophe only once. Therefore, we only use the apostrophe after the name Peter and not Smith, because Smith is the first name. The rule says we only use apostrophe after the name of the second person. So how are we going to correct now? Okay, who will try? Will you try it? Okay, begin. Let's see if your answer is correct. Okay. The sentence should be, it is Smith and Peter's car. I repeat, it is Smith and Peter's car. So notice here, we no longer use apostrophe after the name Smith, but we use the apostrophe after the second name, which is Peter. Okay? So you only use the apostrophe once. I repeat, it is Smith and Peter's car. It is Anna and Marie's necklace. It is Anna and Belle's house. Right? So I hope you're learning. Yes, don't forget. We use apostrophe only once, and it should be after the second name. Guys, now let's go to number 5. Okay, spot the mistake in the sentence. Okay, do you know what the mistake is? Alright, the sentence is, ask him to sit besides me. I repeat, ask him to sit besides me. What do you think is wrong? Okay, I want you to pay attention to the word besides, because the meaning of besides actually is in addition to. Now, is it appropriate? Do you have any idea what should be used here? Is it besides or beside? Okay, so I'm going to tell you the meaning of beside now. Beside means next to. I repeat, beside means next to, and besides means in addition to. So which one is appropriate in the sentence? Okay, good. So it should be, ask him to sit beside me. So it means ask him to sit next to me. So we do not say ask him to sit besides me. That's really wrong, because besides means in addition to. Next to me, meaning there's one person next to me. It's either to my left or to my right. So you say, ask him to sit beside me. Ask him to walk beside her. Ask him to jog beside him. Okay, meaning beside, next to. It's either the person is to your left or to your right. Okay, so again, it's beside, not besides. One more time. Ask him to sit beside me. Ask him to sit beside me. Okay guys, moving on, let's have number 6. Now this is about the use of if I was or if I were. Okay, so spot the mistake in the sentence. Okay, the sentence is, if I was given the chance, I would undo the past. If I was given the chance, I would undo the past. What makes the sentence wrong? Do you have an idea? Okay. The rule says we use were after I when wishing something. I repeat. We use were after I when wishing something. It's very clear that in the sentence, I was wishing for something. So I should say, if I were given the chance, I would undo the past. Meaning it's my wish to undo the past. But I know that it's not going to happen. So it's just until wishing and just wishing. Okay? So we do not use was here. We use were, because we would like to mean that we are wishing something would happen, but it's not going to happen. It's just a wish. Okay, so we say, if I were given the chance, I would undo the past. If I were given the chance, I would choose the course I wanted. If I were given the chance, I would talk to him and make things right. Okay? So again, if you would like to express a wish, we use the word were, if I were, and pair it up with the would clause, I would clause. If I were, I would. If I were, I would. Okay? Don't forget. Okay guys, last but not the least is present perfect continuous tense, meaning the has or the have plus the ing form of the verb. Okay, I want you to spot the mistake in this sentence at the count of 3. Alright, the sentence is, I am waiting for you in the office for the last 2 hours. I am waiting for you in the office for the last 2 hours. What's wrong in this sentence? Okay, the sentence uses the present progressive form of the verb. But we notice towards the end of the sentence, we have the phrase for the last 2 hours, meaning the action happened or the action began in the past and is still going on from this time up to the present. So from the past to the present. So that means we cannot use the progressive form of the verb. What should we use then? It should be the present perfect continuous tense, meaning we are going to use the word have been plus the ing form of the verb. So we say, I have been waiting for you in the office for the last 2 hours. That means from the first minute up to this time, for 2 hours already, the person has been waiting for him or her in the office. Okay? So what's the rule? Again, we use the present perfect continuous tense when the action began in the past and it's still going on at the time of speaking. I repeat, we use the present perfect continuous tense when we mean the action that began in the past and is still going on at the moment or at the time of speaking. Okay, and we use it always with the adverb of time for, since, or how long. Okay, so in our example, there's the adverb of time there, for. Okay, so we say, I have been waiting for you in the office for the last 2 hours. I have been standing here for 30 minutes already. I have been sitting here for 3 hours now. So it's like you started at some point in the past and the action still continues. It's going on up to the time or the moment of talking or speaking. Okay? So that's the rule when we use the present perfect continuous tense. Don't forget. Guys, we have just finished another grammar lesson today. I hope you had a wonderful time as I did. It was really fun. So I know it's difficult to memorize all of the rules in just one sitting. So my advice is memorize one rule in one day and then practice each rule in your sentences, and then on the next day another rule to memorize until you're able to put in mind all the rules that I have mentioned, and you will be able to practice them in your sentences. And that way you will be able to build correct sentences and appreciate the beauty of writing or speaking the English language, and it's really fun. Okay, so to those who have subscribed, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for the trust you have given to me. Thank you for the confidence, and of course to those who haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will do so in the future, maybe today. Okay, and to continue to have fun lessons with me here in YouTube or here in my channel. Okay, so God bless everyone and stay safe. Bye.